happy Friday, and welcome back to Dynamics Unplugged and another edition in our series, Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management, Dynamics A to Z. Today we are back with the letter U, and U is for underdelivery. Underdelivery is something you can apply to items, it's something you can apply to orders, and the reason I want to go through this with you all today is you might be running into errors during your receiving and shipping processes. They might look something like these examples we see here in this document. You could be posting a purchase order receipt, a product receipt, and getting an order about the under delivery of the line is X%, but the allowed under delivery is less than that, and your update's been canceled. So it prevents you from posting. This is going to occur if you're trying to close the line. You can still do partials in B365 if you expect multiple receipts against the same line, but when you're trying to close out the line, you might run into these errors. You would also see this on the outbound end, where you might get an error that says under delivery of line is X%, but the allowed under delivery is, once again, X% less than what is currently trying to be transacted. And then finally, even in warehouse management, you might get an error. It might refer to the shipment of the load could not be confirmed because the quantity for the item exceeds the percentage that is defined for under delivery. You might even be posting packing slips from warehouse management, and it's telling you that you cannot confirm the packing slip as well. The error is pretty literal. It's telling you that the amount you're trying to receive is less than the quantity on the line, and the under delivery percentage that's allowed for that order is not high enough. So that's on the inbound end. If I go ahead and I look at a purchase order, we can see this under and over delivery percentages on the line that show you what is allowed. Here on the delivery tab of my line details, I can see there is a under delivery percentage on this line of 0, and I can manually enter that on each PO or adjust it if I need to support under delivery. But if we have rules in place that we don't want to have to handle this by exception or order line by order line, this can also be enabled on the item itself. And expand my purchase tab, you can see here I can define my under delivery percentage. When I'm posting a product receipt, what is the amount less than the ordered quantity that I can receive against? If it's any quantity, you can put in 100%. We have the same thing on the outbound end. So sale tab, expand that, and I can see an under delivery percentage that I can default for this item on sales orders. If this is entered in these two tabs, when I create an order line for this item, that under delivery percentage would automatically apply. So I wouldn't have to adjust it unless it exceeds that threshold that I still need to transact against. Just like we saw on purchase orders, sales order line details also has a delivery tab in your over and under delivery percentages. As I mentioned, if you had assigned that value to the item and you create a new order line for that item, this value would default in. Now in warehouse management, I'm in the all loads form. You can see here the confirm outbound shipment button. If I had a loaded order and I click confirm shipment and I was shipping a quantity less than the order line, that is when I may see the error I mentioned earlier that you can't confirm the shipment because the quantity exceeds the under delivery percentage. There's your purchase order and your sales order under deliveries, but your load itself also has over and under deliveries. So if you're getting an error and you notice that your sales order line had the correct under delivery and your item itself obviously had the correct under delivery, you might need to check here. Does your load line actually accept under delivery? So far, I have shown you where to maintain the percentages that are allowed, either defaulted by the item, managed individually at the order line level, or on the load. However, there is a prerequisite for the purchase order and sales order lines. you need to go into individual modules and enable the ability to actually utilize under and over delivery percentages. For example, in my procurement and sourcing parameters, if I go to the delivery tab, I need to make sure that my accept under delivery box is checked. Otherwise, those fields and their values will not be supported. Similarly, if I go to my accounts receivable parameters, which is where my sales order functionality is defaulted, and I go to my updates tab, here is where I can see the enabling of accepting under delivery for sales order lines. And that's it, another quick demo for you today. U is for under delivery in Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management, and we will see you next week to finish up our series Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management, Dynamics A to Z. Have a great weekend.